guys, today we're gonna go ahead and make some spaghetti and meatballs. Alrighty, so to start, we're gonna get some onion, tomatoes, and garlic prepped. So I'm using like 3 big tomatoes, and then I had some like tiny little tomatoes, so I figure I'll just use them. And make sure that you wash your tomatoes. And then let's start with this garlic. I have 7 cloves of garlic. 4 of these are going to be for the sauce, and then the other 3 cloves we're going to be using for the garlic bread that we're going to make later on. So you're basically going to get it into the foil. You're going to use 2 separate sheets of foil, by the way, and then just cut off like the very tip part, and then just leave the bottom on so that you're able to get all of the garlic out later. Just add a little bit of olive oil and salt, and then again just wrap it. Alright, and then for the tomatoes and the onions, you're also going to add some olive oil, and you're also going to add some salt. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of combine it, like just mix it all up together. And then add the garlic on the tray, and we're going to pop that into the oven and let that cook down for a little bit. And then we're going to get started on our meatballs. So we're going to go ahead and use this ground beef. We're only using like half of the packet. I don't remember the percentage of fat to lean, so sorry. Anyways, I'm only going to use like half. We're going to add salt. We're going to add pepper. We're going to go ahead and add paprika. We're also going to add some adobo. We're also going to add garlic powder. We're also going to add some parsley, some onion powder, and breadcrumbs. And we're going to add 2 eggs. Oh, that was an epic fail. The shell got in there. It's okay, I got the shell out though, don't worry. Anyways, so I'm taking out my rings, and then we're just gonna get in there and we're going to just massage everything into the meat. And you're just gonna squeeze it all in there and pack it in. And once it's all combined, I'm gonna start making my meatballs. I covered my hands in some oil so that the meat doesn't stick to my hands, and then just roll it until it's a ball. You're gonna repeat the process. And then once you have all the meatballs you want, you're going to fry them. But we're gonna get our tomatoes out first, and then we're gonna go ahead and sear the meatballs. And we're just gonna sear them on all sides so they look nice and golden brown like that. We're not gonna cook them all the way through, okay? We don't want to overcook them. So you're gonna grab your tomatoes and your onions, and you're gonna throw them in here. I'm using an immersion blender. If you have a regular blender, then you're more than welcome to toss it into your regular blender. But I don't, so I had to do it in batches. Make sure that you cut off like the stem of the tomato and the stems of the onions, because you don't want that in your sauce, or at least I don't. I guess you could leave it in if you want to, but I don't do that. This garlic was very hot, and I nearly burned myself, so I had to use some paper towels. And then basically you just squeeze out as much of the garlic as you can till there's no more garlic left. Make sure you don't get the little mesh thingy that the garlic is covered in, because that's not good. And then you just blend. Again, I had to do it in batches because I don't have a regular blender. And then just go ahead and pour everything into your pot. I used some sazon, and I threw that in there too. I believe I also added a can of tomato sauce as well. I guess I lost a clip in the process. Also guys, if you liked the video, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. And then just make sure that all of your meatballs are submerged, and then you're going to let that simmer Oh, I added some parsley in here, some fresh parsley. And yeah, so you just let it simmer until the meatballs are fully cooked. And then we're gonna go ahead and start our pasta. Make sure you salt your water and then add as much pasta as you would like and let that cook down. So this is the garlic that we're gonna be using for our garlic butter. Make sure that you take your butter out beforehand so it's soft. Check on your pasta, it's still not done. Basically how I check it is I just press onto the pasta. If it's still hard, then it's not cooked. If it's like soft and it breaks, then it's done. Alright, so I took this bread from Walmart. Obviously I paid for it, but it was like $1 something. It's like an Italian loaf or something like that with sesame seeds, and I cut it in half. And then we're gonna go ahead and check the pasta again. This time the pasta is definitely done. You gotta let it stay out of the water for like a minute because otherwise you'll burn yourself, but that's how I check. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and strain it, add a little bit of oil so that the pasta doesn't stick to itself on the pan. And now we're going to get this butter going. So get all of the garlic out of the garlic clove. Squeeze as hard as you can. Make sure you get all of it out. Be careful not to burn yourself if it's still hot. Again, don't get the little mesh paper thing into your butter. We don't want that. Maybe try not to make such a mess. I made a huge mess, but it's okay. Add a little bit of oil and a little bit of salt. And then I made the mistake of starting with a spoon. You're going to want to start with a fork because it's much easier to do it with a fork, especially to kind of just break down the garlic, so it's just easier. And then I cleaned the fork on the bread because the butter's going to go on the bread anyways. And you're gonna put in a thick layer of that garlic butter. Look at how pretty that is. I love garlic bread. It's my favorite meal ever. And then I added some mozzarella cheese. You're gonna go ahead and pop this onto a tray. And then you're gonna take that and put that in the oven and let that get all nice and toasty. Look at how pretty it came out. I was so excited. It was absolutely one of the best garlic breads I've ever made. Making your own garlic butter is much nicer. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and assemble our plate now. So this didn't actually work out very well for me, but you know, I tried. It's okay, we got it though. Once you get your meatballs, you can go ahead and start ladling in your sauce. You can put as much of it as you want, as much as you like. I like a good amount of sauce. It actually tasted pretty healthy because they made it from scratch, and it was just vegetables really, or I don't know, is tomato really a vegetable or fruit? Regardless, we're gonna go ahead and add some Parmesan cheese. I used the one from, you know, the little container. And then I added the garlic bread. And then I went ahead and added some more parsley flakes. And you're all done. That's it, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you guys try it out. If you do try it out, let me know. And that's the final result. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Bye.